Carmen Thomas is a member of the Freedom House Church, and recently she received an email with a very odd message in it, and many people are going to see this as racialist at best, if not racist. We're going to read you some of the email, and this was sent by Pastor Makeda Pennycooke. Bear in mind as you're reading this that the pastor and much of the Freedom House Church is African American. The email says this: "First impressions matter," and the pastor says that they want the congregation to have the best of the best on the front doors at an upcoming event. We are continuing to work to bring our racial demographic pendulum back to midline, so we would like to ask that only white people be on the front doors. So I'm sure that stood out amongst the rest of the email. Now, we have seen many messages of this sort, many people getting across very racist sorts of points of view, and certainly at face value, this seems very racially questionable, although, of course, saying that they only want white people and it's coming from both a black pastor and a black congregation and a church that is predominantly black certainly makes it a somewhat more complicated situation. Now, in that message, you see that they're trying to attract a more diverse audience, and when they say that, they apparently mean that they would like more white Americans to be a part of their church. I don't know what the racial demographic makeup of that area is, but they're expressing that desire. Now, the Freedom House Church did have a response to the criticism that was levied against them after this email. They said, "Freedom House believes in a diverse relationship within its membership, reflecting the larger community in which the church resides, doing life together as a church representative of everyone, culturally, ethnically, economically, and generationally." And that seems like a mission that I would support. I'm not sure that the tactics that they're using to pursue that mission are ones that are going to be very popular, at least in modern day America. Now, I understand that you have to engage in certain sorts of practices to attract a younger audience, perhaps a more affluent audience, or in this case, a white audience, and there are certain things that you could do. But asking your actual congregation to only allow white people to sort of be the face of the church, at least physically in front of it, that's a little bit odd. I mean, imagine if Walmart said they only wanted white greeters or something along those lines. I don't think that people would like that either. Now, this message was sent out by the pastor of the church, not by some professional PR company, and so we should not expect a huge amount of polish or perhaps thought going into the strategy, at least as it's communicated to the church. But I would revise this message, and while I approve of their attempt to integrate the church more and expose the people who go to that church to a wider range of demographic groups, I think that's a perfectly fine message. They should go about it in a slightly different way. But I am very interested, especially in this case where you have this seemingly very racist message, but the demographic background of the message is interesting to say the least. I'm curious to know what you think about the entire thing. Is this acceptable in any way? Or if you were to revise the email and send it out trying to accomplish the same goal, but with a bit more sensitivity to racial matters, how would you phrase it?